For nearly 2,000 years, one ancient artifact has challenged historians, archaeologists, and treasure hunters alike. Hidden inside a remote cave near the Dead Sea, it wasn't made of fragile parchment like every other scroll. Instead, it was crafted from solid copper, and what it revealed would spark one of history's greatest mysteries. The discovery was made near the ancient settlement of Qumran, where dozens of the famous Dead Sea Scrolls had already been uncovered. But among the religious writings and sacred texts, one object stood apart. It contained no prayers, no prophecies, and no stories, only something far more unexpected. Deep inside Cave 3, researchers uncovered two tightly rolled sheets of heavily corroded copper. Time had fused the metal together, making it impossible to open without destroying it. For years, no one knew what secrets remained trapped inside this extraordinary artifact. Unlike every other Dead Sea Scroll, this document had been engraved directly into copper. Preserved by metal instead of parchment, it survived centuries buried beneath dust and stone. Even before anyone could read its contents, experts knew they were looking at something completely unique. Eventually, scientists developed a careful method to slice the scroll into narrow strips. As each section was unfolded, engraved lines of ancient Hebrew slowly appeared. What emerged wasn't a forgotten religious text, it was something far stranger than anyone had expected. Instead of scripture, the copper scroll listed dozens of precise hiding places. Each location supposedly contained vast amounts of gold, silver, and sacred objects buried across the land. It read less like history and more like an enormous treasure map waiting to be solved. Some entries described hidden chambers beneath ancient ruins. Others pointed toward valleys, wells, caves, or abandoned structures. Altogether, the scroll claimed to reveal treasures worth unimaginable fortunes, raising one question that still remains unanswered. Were they ever real? For decades, explorers have searched the Judean desert hoping to match these mysterious descriptions with real locations. Modern surveys, excavations, and satellite technology have all been used. Yet none of the legendary treasure caches described on the copper scroll has ever been confirmed. Historians continue comparing the scroll with ancient records from the Second Temple period. Some believe the directions refer to real places that have simply changed over time, while others argue the clues were intentionally written to confuse anyone attempting to follow them. One popular theory suggests the treasures belong to the Second Temple in Jerusalem. As Roman armies advanced toward the city, priests may have secretly hidden sacred wealth before the temple was destroyed, hoping it could one day be recovered after the war had ended. If that theory is true, the copper scroll may preserve the final record of one of history's greatest rescue missions. Faced with certain defeat, trusted guardians could have scattered priceless treasures across the region, leaving behind only cryptic instructions for future generations. Others believe the scroll was never intended as a practical map at all. Some researchers argue it could represent symbolic locations, forgotten traditions, or even a record copied from an older document whose true meaning has long since disappeared from history. Even today, archaeologists continue studying Qumran and the surrounding desert with increasingly advanced technology. New discoveries are still being made, but none have provided the missing piece needed to unlock the copper scroll's incredible mystery once and for all. The original copper scroll is now carefully preserved inside a museum, protected behind glass instead of hidden beneath rock. Thousands of visitors stand before it each year, wondering whether its strange list of treasures describes forgotten history or an impossible legend. After nearly 2,000 years, the copper scroll continues to challenge everything we think we know about the ancient world. Was it the greatest treasure map ever created, or simply history's most elaborate mystery? What else remains buried, waiting to be found? Until next time, keep searching beyond the map.